From the thick of the jungle to the concrete of California, this is the What You Mean podcast. Today we got episode 4 with your host, Homfex, the handy dandy fig finder, fig fixer with the big picture, and myself, Scarph4ce, aka Papa Dolphin, the giggle whisperer. Homfex, what's the deal? Okay.
I didn't really think I could do it. I was like, all right, here we go. I gotta try to do this dolphin sound, bro.
It's crazy. Any of my dolphins out there listening, let me know what the said.
Oh God.
Translate in the comments, please. We trying to figure out what the dolphins be saying. So what's the deal, Homefex? What's going on? What you doing right now, bruh?
Over here eating pho with a nice cold glass. I guess it's still called a glass, even though it's a bottle. Cold bottle of Blue Moon, you know what I'm saying? Posted up, getting ready for the pod. I think the one thing I wanted to fill you in on earlier, aside from all our topics that I almost brought up off pod, was Jesus.
Nice.
We had gone to go see Mario the other day. Now I don't know if you've seen any movies.
Who the is Mario?
That's the dog. What you mean?
Mario? I don't know that.
No, that was funny because this side note, it literally is. I have a homie named Mario. When I was at one of the Walmarts, because we met at Little Caesars, so it's crazy that we both work at Walmart, 2 different Walmarts. Doesn't matter. I saw him, and then I was like, "Oh, what's up, Mario?" And then Olivia thought I was making fun of somebody. You know what I'm saying? She thought I was just gassing. Calling him Mario. It's like, that's mean, don't say that. And then she looked up and saw I was actually dapping up the homie, and she's like, oh what the she was so confused.
That's funny.
But I don't know if you've ever been in D-box seats, that's a whole different conversation, but I was there. I watched it with you, I watched it with Olivia, shout out to half off ticket days. I'm not 100% big Mario fan, so I'm going to give y'all that warning now. I've never even really played Mario Galaxy. I played very few Mario games, let alone one whole all the way through. So I'll also add that as a preference. But I've never, I didn't really see a problem with the movie. I've never really been able to hate on an IP that I haven't seen the original IP. Because same with Fallout, I with it, but a lot of people who've played it or know it are like, it's whatever. But yeah, I don't know if you've heard any of this unnecessary hate around Mario. I'll give a little bit more in depth about how I feel about it in a little bit, but I'm gonna open up the floor to you now.
I have not. First off, I've played Mario games. Don't get me wrong. I think the one I played was whichever one was on the Game Boy. There was one that was on the Game Boy that
on the Game Boy?
Pretty sure. No, it was on the DS. I'm tweaking. It was on the DS. It was on the DS. I think it was just regular Super Mario Bros. And I did play a little bit of Mario Sunshine. I did play Super Mario Odyssey with my little brother. My brother beat that game. I got halfway into it. But nah, man, I don't know why they're giving that movie any hell. Here's the problem, bro. I can tell you right now, if people are giving that movie hell, that's because old going in there to watch it when the movie's made for children.
No kids, bro.
Yeah, you old grown and women too, because women, it be them 40-year-olds dressed up in the cat suits and y'all be showing up for these kids movies with no kids. That look weird, man. And y'all over there looking real weird. And y'all are probably the one. Oh, Mario doesn't even wear those kinds of gloves. He needs to take those off. This isn't accurate. Why is Luigi not at least 3 inches taller than Mario? Man, get the out of here, bro. The little kids are here to watch this movie, bro. It's for children. But I can guess that's probably why it's getting black. It's the old people who want to be involved in
100%, because to add what you were saying about Mario Sunshine, see, look, I completely forgot about it. That's the one that everybody hypes up as the Mario or the best Mario, whatever. So, yeah, again, I've never played it. I have no idea with it, you know what I'm saying? Some of the Easter eggs I can kind of recognize. Most of them went over my head, most likely. But yeah, 100%. That's the part that confuses me, though, is who were the that were being, hateful about it. Because I went as a grown adult with two other grown adults, and we were still laughing at all the jokes. You know, we were still like, heh, and like, you know, like, still, hold on, we were still like laughing at all the jokes and, you know, catching some of the sly stuff that probably was only for kids or probably was shooting for adults, and like it definitely added to the vibe. You feel me? It's a thing that you kind of get with kids movies, that when you watch them as a kid, you kind of start to get some of the adult jokes. Like, the adult jokes weren't bad, so that's where I'm confused as to where like it was like up for people, or where people didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously kids are gonna it. They barely understand what's going on half the time. Maybe there were continuity issues or something, or maybe certain things didn't line up with the games, or maybe it was too tongue-in-cheek or cheesy, you know, for certain people. But yeah, it definitely is those old spiteful, you know, those old folks who, you know, just who can't help but be get off my lawn about everything, you know.
Right.
Hold on, my co-host of the Caffeinated podcast would like to add something about her experience with the movie.
Okay.
What I was gonna say was, there was another group of people that were in the like theater with us, and they were maybe in their like 20s. They were also laughing at like random moments of the movie, like actually enjoying it as well. So, and that was like a group of like 4 maybe 20-year-old guys. It was really funny. Like, I don't know. It was good. Demographic was good.
Nice.
No, I was just because like I was giving my explanation, and then she in the corner doing ASL. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, I'm literally trying to talk and you trying to speak to me. Like, I can't read and speak at the same time, bro. But yeah, and definitely it was a vibe. I really don't get where people were hating on. Like, it's definitely just those folks that are just trying to find something to hate on. And who knows, I'll admit, maybe the D box added a certain experience, because like Jew had never been in D box before, so he didn't really 100% like know what it was like or know what he was getting into. Me and Olivia have done a few of them, like Avatar, Alien, Romulus, like, you know, or 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. But I know we've done a couple others other than that.
Not to interrupt you, but for our audience who doesn't know D-Box, just in case y'all have never experienced it, it's these movie theater seats that kind of move around with the movie, if I remember correctly. I think I did it like once. I mean, they move around with the movie, not to a crazy extent, you know what I mean, but they move around with what's going on in the movie. So if somebody's in a car, it's going to feel like you're in a car. So that's just for everybody who doesn't know what we're talking about. That's what that is.
Yeah, my fault. I forget a lot of people.
Nah, you good.
Or a lot of places call it like different things, you know?
Yeah.
And like the best way that I can connect it or give an explanation of it just reminds me a lot of like Universal Studios, or like, you know, Disney, those type of like 4D shows where the seats move, or
it's like the Simpsons ride at Universal Studios. Yeah. I remember that.
And it definitely depends on the company, you know, the movie company that you're of how good the translation will be. Like, James Cameron obviously wants it to feel like you're flying on dragons and jumping off mountains, but Mario, it felt more like there were certain situations that were there to like obviously make the kids excited, but more so like keep the adults awake and entertained while the movie was happening. Because like Alien, Romulus, and Avatar didn't have as over exaggerated movements like Mario. But Alien, Romulus, and Avatar were a way better experience, because especially in Alien, Romulus, when the movie started, it was so crazy because we get the title, right? And then, boom, it does that weird sound thing that they do in movies where you can hear that you're in space even though there's no sound or whatever. So you hear the absence of sound. And then you see the spaceship floating. The moment that the screen flips, you hear every chair in the movie theater activate, and everybody just goes weightless at the same time. Me and Olivia looked at each other like, what the f-? We were literally just floating through space. And then boom, it has you go straight into the ship. And now like dink, 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 those little like steps that they take in the ship, like you can feel them like lightly vibrate in the seat. But Mario, it's not that detailed, but there are like bigger moments. Like there was an explosion, for example, and like boom, 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 you feel the chair like explode with each explosion, and it shakes or whatever.
And I feel like if they did that, with Mario, because I've never watched the movie. I mean, I'm just guessing because I've played the video games. If they did that with Mario, I'd be throwing up 30 minutes at movie. All the was jump up like buildings and grow down pipes. Like like hell no. You're gonna be rocking around and vomiting. You're gonna be crying so bad you want to throw up.
Crying so hard you start puking everywhere.
Calling cap on that. Tell your co-host real. Tell your co-host she's just being dramatic.
Co-host of the Caffeinated Podcast, co-host of the What You Mean Podcast, said that you on some bullshit when it comes to throwing up when you cry.
Oh my god.
She's like, the pod just called her stray.
I remember the conversation. I was saving my comments for the pod. Now we got proof of everything I've said.
But nah, bruh, I'm not gonna lie though, you onto something, because
people of the podcast were having technical difficulties. I'm not sure what's going on in Homfex's room, but for now I'd just like to thank our band who's here to perform for us today. They're gonna do a great job. Everyone clap it up for the band. Thank you. Still waiting on Homfex.
Yeah, no, I was waiting.
Okay.
I was expecting the band to come in and shit.
No, I needed a round of applause for the band. They were there waiting on you. I'm over here about to cry till I throw up. Thank you, band. Thank you. You guys are here. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just thinking about the band right now. Shout out to the band, bro. We did get a letter in from our manager, JJ. Maybe one day he'll pop in on the pod. Y'all get to meet him. But yeah, the band was actually donated by him. We're still waiting on him to give us an update of what he's been up to. But yeah, he did say, I was trying to keep that as a surprise to you from the pod, but.
Wow. Everyone clap it up for JJ real quick one time. Thank you. Yeah, that's my guy right there, Gotten me pulled out of some crazy situations. We're gonna run into that one day, bro, and we're gonna have to answer some. But yeah, I forgot what subject we were on.
Nah, you hit it like a nail on the head, because that is exactly what happened to me. We bottle of soju between the three of us, and me and Ju knocked down a Blue Moon each, and then we smoked a little bit. Then we went in to watch a movie. Not that first 15 minutes of the movie, that's really where they do the most, effects. Bro, I was like, yo, I'm looking around at Olivia and Ju, and I'm like, well, if they not finna turn it down, I can't turn it down. I know. But, like, nobody else is
getting, my God.
Like, and it kills me because they're the two big, like, they get nauseous while playing video games people. And I'm like, y'all in a moving chair up like me watching this movie and y'all not dizzy? Like, immediately I was like, oh.
Hey, yo.
Wait, whoa, wait, hold on.
What you mean? What you mean by that one? That was crazy. No, yeah, see, I couldn't do nothing like that, bro. Especially me, bro, when I like to go watch a movie. Really depends on the movie. Obviously, it's Mario. Like, I'm not sitting there for the story. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, like, I like to sit there and just watch. I like to sit all the way in the back so I can see the whole screen.
Mm-hmm.
I like to have, like, the chairs that recline hella hard and just, like, lock in on the movie, bro. I feel like my movie experience has got to be immersive as if I'm in one of them rocking ass chairs, bro, I'm gonna get up and leave. Especially if it's like something I give a about and the chair just keep moving over here trying to see what's going on. Like,
and it's not that bad, bro.
Yeah, but
you
like,
can still see the
bro.
Screen,
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying, like,
on the
for
immersive
comfort
part.
wise.
Like, yeah, definitely comfort wise. There was a point in the movie where because of the fact that the seats move, they're not as comfortable, you know what I'm saying? So my booty cheeks is hurting. Well, let me take a step back. Pause. The Maya was one of the first movie theaters in Bakersfield that had reclined and powered seats, better seats. So because of that, their seats now are outdated in comparison to the other seats that we have in Bakersfield and the other movie theaters that are a lot more updated or just recently have been renovated. So because of that, the D-box seats, you know, are uncomfortable. They hurt. You know, there is no more cushion for the seat type. So like, there was a point where I'm literally like sitting like side cheek, like with one leg off the recliner and because like, bro, my booty cheeks just hurt. Like the movie wasn't even that long, but it just the chair was uncomfortable, bro.
Oh yeah, see, no, I'm cool off anything that gotta make my butt hurt when I'm watching a movie. So that's why, like, even then, like, I really need to start going to watch more movies. I want to go watch Weapons all by myself at the AMC that's nearby my house, the one on California, bro.
AMC so.
I went and it was like 5 in that movie theater, bro. I'm watching one of the movies that successfully freaked me in a while. Yeah. Not because it was scary, but just because seeing all them little kids chase that lady. I don't know if you watched Weapons or not, but that right there, I was like, damn, bro, them little mind controlled ass kids. Walk out the movie theater. My AMC's closed. It was like 10 p.m. when it started. It's like 2. AMC's closed. We're walking out that movie theater. It's me and 5 other people going to our cars, and I parked far as I'm over here like a bunch of little kids go come over here and start chasing me.
Not for real. Or even worse, it's like the video game area, and they got that one game that's like kids laughing. Hell nah.
Yeah, bro, and I'm over here like, man, I need to get the out of here, bro. But I love movie theater experiences, man. That right there is like, my mom used to literally, like, we ditched school, and my mom, when we first moved to Bakersfield, we'd go watch like 3 movies back to back to back. Like me, my mom, and my brother. And like, that would be our day. And I'd be like, hell yeah. So I love going to the movies, but as I get older, I gotta be comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to be with my ass hurting. And that's not cool.
It's too dangerous though. I can't be too comfortable, because if I get too comfortable, I'm gonna fall asleep. You know me, bro.
That's your problem. That's your personal problem, bro.
But my sleep
your ass can't stand still for too long.
Nah, for real, or I'm gonna start falling asleep while standing. My sleep schedule's better though, so I ain't been like too bad when it comes to that. But I ain't gonna lie, I fell asleep during the Mario movie. But I'm a grown ass man watching a little kid movie. Of course, I'm supposed to fall asleep. That's my job as an adult. To fall asleep during.
What the doing in there?
I gotta do my due diligence as a man of the pop culture.
Also, not to make it dark or nothing, not to get on a darker tone, but like, watching movies in the theater for me personally has not been the same since they did that one thing during Batman. Boy, I don't give a I'm tough as hell, right? I be in that movie theater looking over my shoulder every 5 seconds since they did that one thing. Like, bro, I don't give a call me a I just can't be comfortable because like nothing like, we don't got TSA at the
movie
like that's theater, nigga.
Broke the fourth wall of the movie theater. You know, we were all so comfortable, we were all so chill with one another, but definitely like that opened up the fact that like, this is literally just a business. This is just a warehouse with seats. You know what I'm saying? Like,
a whole bunch of people just sitting down, not paying attention to nothing. Like, bro. It's scary, bro. I never, to this day, I'm a grown ass man. Since that happened, that thought is always there when I sit down and the lights go down low and they start playing the trailers and just be like, it could happen at any moment right now, bro. What do I do? What's my escape route? Ain't that like that sad as hell? Anyway.
Yeah, like, again, it's no comparison, but there was like, you know, us watching a movie and the movie up or the power goes out, you know what I'm saying? Like, those little situations, you get baby amounts of chaos and you get to really see how people are. Now imagine in a nightmare scenario. Hell nah, bruh.
No, that.
Yeah, what was you gonna say about getting started?
Yeah, it's about time to I don't know why I wanted to laugh at reading our prompts. I want to get started on one of the topics I had laying in bed late at night before falling asleep. My phone went off, and I go, this goddamn iPhone. I was like, this goddamn Scar phone. I started laughing in my head, and I was like, this goddamn, and I was like, this goddamn Obama phone. And I just remembered the era of the Obama phone, and you had to be incredibly tapped in with the streets to have your real phone in your pocket and the Obama phone in the other pocket. Man, that was different. Didn't know when you got that Obama phone, it was a free phone line, bro. I don't gotta do nothing. Hotspot. That, you know what I mean? That right there, just an era, bro. And then I don't even know if we had a Biden phone. I already know.
It was just a continuation of the Obama phone till it phased out, you know.
And I already know we Trump phone. What? They will come and take your phone. Like
literally, we had Trump shoes. We ain't had no Trump phone.
Literally, we didn't have no goddamn Trump shoes. It was like these
shoes.
Bitches was like 50 bands each. Even if I wanted to buy that for some reason, I can't afford that kind of.
Literally.
Offer some shoes made in China.
Oh,
crazy.
God in heaven, bro. Made by Jeffrey Epstein's kids. And cut that out. Go ahead, future
wow.
me. Go ahead. Save that for the Patreon.
Wow. I don't think he liked them factory children, bro. He liked You're gonna have to cut this next part. And probably like designer children.
He liked them designer babies. You know what I'm saying?
He liked designer babies, bro. He didn't like no regular children. Come on now. But nah, man, like, I remember having an Obama phone, bro. Like, when we first moved to Bakersfield, I had a little Obama phone. Why you think there's no pictures of me on the internet between 2015, 2014? Like,
because honestly, I put that together that it was also free, like, line, like, free internet. I thought it was just a free physical phone, like, you know?
No, it was free. It was free. So if you didn't have not one phone, you go get you that little Obama phone. You sign into Instagram when you get the Wi-Fi from the McDonald's. You know what I mean? The reason there's no pictures of me from like that I have, my mom probably got some, but like 2013, 2014, 2015, I was on that goddamn Obama phone, boy. We was out here getting it out the mud. Oh God, these didn't know. These didn't know the simplicity of going to McDonald's back in the day with the Obama phone. And this was back when the McDonald's Wi-Fi was the
yeah, I was about to say, but
this
that's
is
the
back.
origin of the McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, this is back when the McDonald's Wi-Fi shit, you got that premium Spectrum package in that. You can do whatever, file your taxes with that. It was different. Now, I mean, you know, I still don't understand how they make internet faster and stronger every couple minutes. It baffles me, but I just remember the Obama phone being such a staple and being one of them kids who, I try and forget it, bro, but I remember being walking down the hallway with the Obama phone blasting music and going, damn, this is disgusting. What was wrong with me? I was poor. I was poor. No wonder. Yeah, man, that Obama phone, like I had an iPhone 4 with no service and no connectivity, and you couldn't connect it to T-Mobile because it paid off. I think somebody sold it to me, and it was what it was. I had an iPhone 4 for years before I got an actual iPhone with service.
Mm-hmm.
I had like multiple Androids, multiple Metro PCS lines, multiple Obama phones before I got iPhones connected to internet and phone line. Like it was crazy. I don't know. Yeah, bro, it was just nuts thinking about the Obama phone era, and like kids don't have that now, bro. I think that's what's missing from this generation, man. Like need to be on that Obama
getting
phone.
Bullied Obama phone.
You know what? To drop their phone and the battery to fall out the back in the middle of the hallway during fucking passing period. To go through real embarrassment. Bro, you gotta piece your phone back together.
That's the same, like, you know, when you were in the hallway and your book, like your notebook would fall and all your papers would spill everywhere. But that's the new age version, is like you drop your phone and your phone scatter across the floor.
Yeah, bro, like that's some crazy insane.
Like the only part of the Obama phone like phase that I was a part of was who was quote unquote trapping and selling Obama phones, and they were trying to like get you to be a part of that. How many people that like I ain't seen in years, and then comes up to you with the Obama phone, pyramid scheme. And bro, if you get on and you whatever, the way that I do it and how much money I make and whatever, it's a free phone. You just need people to sign up. They don't even need to take the phone in the end. Like, I'm like, bro, how you can't just fake this information? Like, I'm confused. Do you need socials or something? Like, what is a part of this that's making this hard? Like,
Basically.
But yeah, even then I was like, nah, that's that pyramid scheme, like stuff like selling insurance or selling Herbalife, and like, some people did make off well and were able to turn that into something else in the end, but most of the people just wasted their time and spent money on some couldn't do nothing with. In my eyes, it's like people who was doing the random person who was hella shy or wasn't really good at talking to people, was a goofy ass, and then out of nowhere they're like, I'm a realtor now. It's like, dang, you ain't selling no.
Crazy. Bro, and he'd be like, maybe I'm a hater, but I see some people that like they don't got friendly faces, and I can admit I don't have a friendly face. You look at me and you're like, this guy's probably in a bad mood, even when I'm in a great mood. I just look like that. But I see some people who don't have friendly faces that work at very friendly places. Like, you don't got a friendly face, I don't think you should be the cashier at the Chuck E. Cheese. I don't think you should be the receptionist at the dealership when I'm looking to buy a car. Because I like a friendly. Yeah, like, who looked at you and was like, that's the person I want to say hello to people when they walk in the door? Like, no, bro, that person looked like they woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, bro. And that's okay.
Like they sleep under the bed, Your Honor.
That's okay. But like, you gotta know when you got a face for a nice person job and when you gotta go work at a warehouse. You just gotta know the difference, and that's okay, bro. Like, not everybody. Look at me. I ain't cut out to be, over here. What's a friendly ass place? Like, you won't see me working in no Bed Bath and Beyond. No. Where I'm gonna be? Probably the janitor at the Bed Bath and Beyond is at. Yeah, probably. Like, I just look like that kind of. It's okay to look like a type of and have a career like that. A lot of these like they chew rocks. Why are you trying to be realtors? Don't look like nice people, bro. Nobody want to come and talk to you about, yeah, maybe if you bring the house down another 50,000. Like, nah, I don't want to talk about that with you, bro. I think you over here trying to like squat in the house.
That it's hilarious because I saw it on YMH, bro. That's the little thing they were talking about, and like a lot of foreigners, like foreigner, and just goofy ass people. They somehow get tricked or loped into, becoming a realtor, and it's like, bro, how? Like, how did you think? But if you really think about it, some of them are too, like, they're hard to approach. That maybe the goofy person and the ugly looking is really the one closing deals, because you could feel like, you could talk to
you.
That
might be right.
You
might be right, because when I walk into like a restaurant or like, I go somewhere and like, I say I go sit down, I go eat, my waitress a little ugly, I could look at her in the eye and not be nervous. Versus my waitress come out here, if my waitress come out here and she bad, I start sweating. I'm getting a little anxious.
I'm eating different. I don't want to eat my whole plate. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God, this is a low vibrational meal. I know somebody's gonna hear this and say I'm a piece of bro. It's over. Like, somebody gonna be like, okay. It's true though. I'm not gonna say it. When the person helping you out at whatever public service you're going to get is just a little bit ugly, you do feel a little bit more comfortable. But at the same time,
not being like those old heads who's disrespectful and weird and creepy, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we just being nervous or being.
I remember one time. I'm gonna bring this up one time. I'm gonna make it as fast as possible. One time I was on Twitter talking about, damn, it's crazy how every time I go to Chick-fil-A, the employees are fine. This was years ago, right? The employees are fine as hell. Here comes some flying out the woodwork talking about why you harassing the workers. First off, nigga, who's doing what though? Because I am not ordering my sandwich and going about my business. I'm just remarking, yeah, these people are attractive.
Yeah, literally, I'm not.
I didn't say just women. I didn't say just men. I didn't say just so and so. I just said the employees are attractive. The people who work here be fine as hell. Oh, why are you harassing the workers? Who is harassing anybody? Like, I'm just ordering my food and going about my business and making an astute observation. That is an astute observation. I'm not over here bothering nobody. Versus these old head, they see some fine. They start getting weird. They're getting weird, man.
Bruh. It's like, dang, can't take your ass nowhere, bruh.
Literally keep that old home.
Yeah, nah. That's just, I hate to be that guy. That's just the way it is, bruh. And it again, at least we not being weird about it. Like, we just being cool, or we trying to be nice or whatever. It's not like we treat them any different. It's not like the tip is any different, because I don't tip at all. But we'll talk about that on another episode. Maybe the same episode we explain why we on a different episode, but it's not this episode. Anyways.
Me no tip. Reservoir Dogs reference. That nervous. Reservoir Dogs reference. Watch movies? No. Yeah, nah, bro. Like, tipping is a whole other. I don't even want to. Yeah, we'll talk about that the day we talk about what actual episode we're on. We have the date set for that. We'll be doing that on July 34th, 2028.
That was weird for the audio. Just.
Oh yeah, I don't know, man. I'm over here looking at the band. They're looking at me. They're confused. Everybody's confused. What's going on here right now?
Maybe we'll be able to update the audio and we'll be able to fix that. I'll check it out on my end, see if I can fix it. Future me, check that out.
Future him, check that out. What's next on our board, Homfex? Do you want to get some of yours off?
Yeah, bro. I'm just stuck on the treating ugly people different. Because there was something there's something I wanted to bring up in that realm.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
It's because we started. Okay, what did we start with? I forgot.
So it started with unfriendly faces. Some people just don't look friendly.
Okay, yeah. Because in the video they referenced to on YMH, the dude was selling the house and he's like, yeah, beautiful house, this much, whatever, this many bathrooms, this many homes. He's like, look, right here on the neighborhood, not too busy of a street, and then right across the street is a funeral home, perfect, easy access. And it's like, wait, what?
Why do I need to access that?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, you had me. I was on your side. Like, maybe this guy knows what I need, you know? Maybe he's just a normal working man like me. Perfect access to the funeral home. Wait. Why do I need perfect access to dead bodies or a place to take dead bodies? Like, now I'm looking at this man completely different, bruh. Now the disheveled hair and not perfectly tucked in shirt now starting to seem different.
That's because he worked part-time at the cemetery. They probably just advertising.
Literally. He also a realtor.
Yeah. I also sell coffin spaces. Tap in. We make double wide coffin spaces for you big. Tap in.
I feel like that's what... Because if you think about it, you never really hear about folks doing that line of work anymore unless it's like a family thing. So
AI taking jobs.
Literally, like, if it ain't like a family affair, I feel like it definitely is one of those situations where that imagine 6 other things.
No. Man, imagine marrying into that family. And oh yeah, like what does your dad do for a living? You know, you meet your girl. What's your dad do for a living? Oh yeah, my dad, his father before him, my great grandpa, all my brothers. They're all just like cemetery.
Bro.
They're all just like groundskeepers at the cemetery. I'm gonna be like, yo.
Usually a house connected to that too, like
like bro. I'm smooth, bro. Because that means when they die, and like nobody else is here to, you know, if your dad leave, if your dad leave the house in your name, and he die, you telling me I gotta come move in with all these ghosts? Cool, hell no.
Bro,
that's some scary, bro.
This is a perfect tangent, but I don't know if you've heard of this show called Poker Face.
No, I've heard of the song by
the guy.
Lady Gaga. Mm-hmm. What does Gaga know about Polaroid?
Literally. Long story short, the show is about a lady whose quote unquote special ability is she could tell if people are bullshitting or if people are lying. You feel me?
Oh.
And because of that, she has ties to the mafia and she's on the run. While she's on the run, though, she keeps bumping into crazy scenarios where she has to be the lie detector for, people and, what's going on in their life.
It sounds hilarious, whatever this is.
And one of them was that scenario, bro. She shows up to a house that is connected to like a mortuary and like, a cemetery and like that. And they're shooting a movie there about a murder that happens. And then basically the wife is doing it because she married into it, and she, like we're saying, it's creepy, it's weird, and it's like sad most of the time, and the husband's just so tapped into it that it's just nothing to him, and he basically finds a way to set up a scenario and kills the wife basically because she a lot is going on in their relationship, whatever, but she told him that she wanted to leave, and then he freaked the out and like got mad at her and then turned her into a record player. And he literally said to like, and later obviously the main character,
I'm sorry, wait a minute, huh? Wait,
yeah,
no, go back.
That's me having to explain more of the episode, but he said in
what
the end,
you mean,
like, that's how the main
turned
character.
her into what?
That's how the main character figured out that he her was because they had a conversation, the wife and the main character, that the husband said when she passes he wants to turn her into Sleepwalk by Johnny and Santo, and she said, the main character was like, I like that song, it's really nice, it's beautiful. She's like, I hate that song, whatever, he keeps trying to push it on me, he plays it all the time and da-da-da-da. So she has a negative connection to that song. But then when everything's all said and done and she just thinks that the wife just left, because that's how he played it, he's like, well, she said she was gonna leave, so she left. Me and her got in an argument that day. I feel like, what I'm saying, that I didn't really get to say how I felt, but she left, and that was it. And she was like, that's weird because I was supposed to go with her, so it's random as she just left for no reason. And she couldn't solve it until that day when they were leaving. They saw him dancing in the house by himself playing Santo and Johnny, and she looked down and saw the record, and the record was because he makes records, they make memorabilia that they can turn your ashes into. And one of them is a record, so he could press your ashes into a record. And he was like, this is our new big break, like, with us being able to do this, everybody's gonna want to come, and like, we're gonna have a big boom of our business, whatever, and this movie will help us out. And like, that was his dream and idea. She didn't really want to be a part of this. She said they should have sold the house and the business, they could have got so much money, whatever. But yeah, that was how they figured it out, was the record. He was listening to the record and she was like, oh my God, bruh, he turned her into the record. So she started digging through all the set stuff, and she's like, one of these fake blood splashes isn't a fake blood splash, it's a real blood splash. And then they needed to like, she had to get everything together and then explain, because obviously trying to go to the police, and explain like, hey yo, you need to believe me, bruh, but I could tell this is lying. Now I have evidence to prove why he's lying. You feel me? It's a good ass show, like you said. It's funny as and it does get hella serious and sad sometimes, but like, it's so good, bro. If I have one show to add to your list, I think it's on Peacock, bro. It's called Poker Face, bro. Shout out to all the actors, shout out to all the writers, shout out to all them. Like,
bleep. Y'all didn't hear that. Y'all didn't hear a thing.
You go ahead and cut that out, bro.
Y'all didn't hear right now. Sending me a goddamn thing.
But yeah, like there's one episode, bro, that I don't even want to like fully go into it too much or ruin it for you. This is for our listeners at home, and this is also for you to really get you locked into the show. There was one with roadies, bro, and they one of the people that was a part of their band because he wrote a hit track, and they were one hit wonders. So they were
I feel
trying
like they
to
gonna do that to me.
They were trying to regain, their one hit wonder status, and they tried to concoct and figure out a whole way to this one dude take credit for the song. And then when everything was said, and that was one of those scenarios where she almost didn't get it, she almost wasn't able to figure it out or beat it. But then Karma came and took the dub in the end, because some quote unquote, they didn't call it TikTokers, but some TikTokers basically figured out that that new song that they made was actually sampled, or it had bits and pieces of certain things. You feel me? It was this, Subway, for example, it was Subway's theme song mixed with a old TV shows melody of how they sing the theme song, mixed with a sample from another thing, and all three of those things is what made this hit song with the new lyrics over the top of it. And obviously these old heads weren't going to realize that, but these youngins and people who break down music, they put two and two together, and because of that now they weren't going to be able to get signed anymore. They weren't able to sell the song because the song now is tied up in legal proceedings, you feel me? And now they're going to get tied up with the court because they finally figured out how to the person. So fire, bro.
That sounds crazy.
So that's one of those things of TV shows that I've seen, or things that I know that I have watched that I feel like not everybody knows about, and definitely that I'm trying to put you on to hear your opinion about. I got a couple other, but
fire.
We'll keep them for other episodes. What is good, y'all? It's your man Fexy interjecting on this episode to let you know that you can find this ep and more, all uncensored and ad-free for your enjoyment, all on our Patreon for $5 a month. You not only get a shout out at the end of each ep, but you can also find an exclusive pod with me and Shotty. That's patreon.com/ComsenENT. You can get every episode of the What You Mean podcast weeks before they air, all for your binging pleasure. Once again, that's patreon.com/ComsenENT. $5 a month, $7.50 if you go through Apple, but beware of that. Love y'all. Now back to the show.
All right, looking at our list here. We started with the Obama phone. You wanna go in there? You just give one up right now. I don't know how you want to do this.
No, I was gonna say, I felt like me talking about the TV show was one tangent or one topic of mine, because that is one thing I wanted to tell you about. Feel me?
No, that's good. I could get into another topic we're about to get into right before the pod, actually. The movie Lottery Ticket with Bow Wow. I watched that movie not that long ago. I ain't never seen a whole city be mad at him as he came up.
Oh God, bro!
His best friend talk about, so I can't eat. I'm broke. Okay, bro. That's not whatever amount of money they gave that. I forgot how much. They put that in my hand right now, and everybody around me just get mad at me for some reason, bro. I'm not the one who has to lose here.
Yeah,
y'all are mad at me because I haven't. Y'all are mad at me because I haven't broke bread despite me just getting all this bread. If you played your cards right, you'd be cool and be like, "Oh, that's what's up. I'm happy for you." You know what, bro? Here's 20 bands just for being happy for me. Appreciate you. He's always been in my corner. I appreciate you. But no, I want to start hating.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, being a hater, man. At the end of the day, all I can think about in Lottery Ticket, being a hater don't get you nowhere, man. At all, bro. It don't matter what you hating, because I struggle. I have hater in my DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
It's okay to have opinions, but taking it to the extreme and being a hater, spending all the time in your day to sit there and hate. That's
being an outward hater. Being an outward hater is a different thing versus having a hating ass opinion. You have a hating ass opinion and you keep it to yourself. You know what? That's fine, brother. But if you an outward hater and you see doing something you're not doing, nobody's saying it's better than what you're doing. Nobody's saying it's worse than what you're doing, but it's just not what you're doing. And you hating, you need to do something with yourself, bro. Because I'm a hater, and when I'm an outward hater, that's because something just sucks overall, and I'm not wrong. And I know when I'm wrong because I go, I'll be like, hey, bro, this suck, right? And I know, yeah, that's but. So I know when I'm not tripping. A lot of just be haters to hate. No real, like, it's not even coming from an actual place of hatred. You just don't like yourself. It's a whole different deal. It's a whole different deal. But lottery ticket really just blew my mind because them was hating bad because that came up.
So
Bad.
Bro. And then what's crazy too is that it went to the level that every single person in the city had to allow him to write his name on his own lottery ticket.
Like crazy.
But what's crazy is that ain't far off from reality, because that's really the way it is. Because, bro, they don't want to give you that money. What the whenever you win, they're gonna go. You got to go through so many investigations before they finally give you the money, and then they don't even give you it all. They tax it. What the?
Yep.
What are we even talking about? When everything's said and done, you didn't even get to keep any of it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what who's getting all this money in the where? First off, where's the money going, and who gets to keep it all?
I'm gonna blow y'all heads smooth off with this one. Y'all ready? Look, everywhere you go, when you see them liquor stores with all them lotto ads and all them lottery ads and the Mega Millions ads and all that, you know where you gonna see that most at? Places where don't have jobs. You know why? Because whatever money they do get, they gonna go buy that little ticket, buy that little scratcher, and they gonna get their taxes up off you one way or another. And this Homfex in the future, I don't know if you want to cut this part out or not, but that's what these white people. That's what they do.
Okay, I might have to cut that part out, but I was like, I don't really see a problem with it.
It's just that's what they do, bro. Because where do you see all the lottery signs at? It ain't in them nice ass neighborhoods. No, it's it's in them neighborhoods where they don't got that many jobs. It's in them neighborhoods where at home mechanics working with what they got. Right, investing in every tool with their own money.
The people who need it, because the people on the rich side don't need, that.
Right, because the people who need it, they put it in the hood the most, right? And then what happens? What happens? All the black people spend their money. He come one white dude to come buy a ticket that day.
That's what's always so crazy. Somehow they always win.
Boy.
Like with the thing
I'm dumb. I ain't stupid,
bro. Somebody had won, I think, with Walmart or like maybe a gas station or something like that, and they figured out this person was winning because when they drop off your tickets or they drop off certain, it's like a sleeve. Some gas stations they get a roll, other places like Walmart that they get the sleeve. She would buy the whole sleeve and then separate it as separate transactions or a bunch of different transactions, but she would buy the whole sleeve. She'd buy the sleeve for probably $100-$200 and then cash out $8K to up to $14K, like out of every sleeve. Now imagine you only really need one or two of those to change your life and change everybody's life around you, but she got caught because she was doing more than one or two. She obviously did way more than one or two. So it's like, bro, come on now, like what are we even talking about?
Crazy, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
You did it enough that they were able to investigate you and for them to be able to catch how you were doing this,
We'd like to thank our sponsor, Burger King.
Mm-hmm. And our sponsor, Jeffrey.
You're never going to have a sponsor by Burger King because I said any of the things I've said on here. If we do get sponsors,
King. They might give us a monkey
that's
meal
the problem.
At Burger King.
All right. All right. All right, it better be you on the face of that. It ain't gonna be me. Hell no. They might give us a monkey meal. Monkey meal. Man, we need to do bigger than monkey meal.
It's gonna be a picture of us, but it's gonna be like the Mike Wazowski pictures where it's like you're always perfectly cropped out and like you're like missing in the photo, and it's me and
the SpongeBob in the background where it's like, oh look, there's me, and it's SpongeBob's in the background in the kitchen and
and it's like, wait, why'd they do Derek like that? It's like, well, technically in contract we had to have him in the picture, but by morality and principle, he didn't want to be in the picture.
He didn't want to be part of the monkey
This was the
meal.
way that we got it.
That's crazy. Coming to a Burger King near you, the monkey meal. Dude, holy shit. Couldn't go any worse. Popeyes, I know I was supposed to boycott you, and instead I went to go get some like chicken like 2 days ago. But y'all,
I haven't had Popeyes in so long.
I had to go, bro, because I was driving around. I was like, I'm hungry. I was like, I'm hungry, bro, and I drove around. I was like, let me swing Popeyes real quick. I went and got me a little chicken sandwich. Now Popeyes, I got a bone to pick with you.
What you mean, bro? Nah.
I got a bone to pick with you, Popeyes. I don't mean to go on a tough tangent, but whatever the call wings there, I don't know what bird show up that small anywhere. But whatever bird them wings are coming from, bro, go get them from a chicken. Don't do that.
Danish corn hen.
Bro, I'm talking like these wings are like dead ass the size of like maybe my pinky. And like the whole wing. The whole wing.
No, those
like,
are definitely like moose knuckle, monkey ankle.
Niggas serving pigeon wing, bro. Like that. I haven't seen no Blue Jays in a cool minute. I know where the they at. It's just like Popeyes. Y'all know I've had a complicated relationship with you since you got rid of the blackened chicken sandwich. Now, to all my Popeyes out there,
I didn't even know they
crazy
did that,
sentence. But the blackened chicken sandwich, but with the blackened seasoning, boy, ooh, I can't believe y'all got rid of that. Then y'all go ahead and make the monkey meal, right? Then I'm gonna ignore that, right? And then I'm gonna go and try and get some
and
wings.
The monkey juice.
And the monkey juice. I'm gonna ignore that. Go get some wings, and you gonna feed me a sparrow's wings. Like, what's wrong with y'all, man? Popeyes lock the bro. Y'all doing it the wrong way. Y'all doing it the wrong way. Sorry, I had to go on that tangent.
Shame. No, that's a damn shame. I didn't know they fell this far.
Oh man, it's up. You need to go get you some of them Popeyes wings so you can see for yourself. Don't make no goddamn sense.
If I'm thinking of the same thing, because again, it had to have been Popeyes, bro. Because like, I got wings from a place where you usually don't get wings, but I don't remember like McDonald's or BK or another place other than maybe Popeyes having wings. And now that you said that they were weird and tiny, I'm like, yeah, I remember getting these like weird little tiny little wings where like I basically just got a nibble off of it and then the rest was just garbage. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm definitely remembering that.
And I'm a game up with this one. Them Taco Bell wings were better.
Or maybe it was Taco Bell wings. I remember Taco Bell wings.
Them Taco Bell wings and Taco Bell nuggets. Call me what you want, bro.
Goated, bro. And the fries.
Call me what you want, bro. I don't give a what missing person that came from.
Nah, Taco Bell wings was good as though. Like that was.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
again,
but like
I'm remembering the Popeyes wings because also it looked like they were nuked, bro. Like it looked like they barely survived the last train to Busan and shit.
Like they're
bro,
mad thin, bro. They're like not only super small, it's like a light nibble of chicken on them. If you can call it chicken, because I have never seen a chicken that's, oh, hey, Odie. What's up, dog? My bad, y'all. My son came in the room. What's up, boy? How you doing? Speak. Say hello to the good people. Speak. Speak.
He have an attitude.
Speak. Good dog. Okay, go. Get out. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know, man. Popeyes, y'all whatever the y'all passing off as wings, bruh. Like that. Stop it. Okay? I was about to say something wicked, bruh.
Hey, the squirrels and the pigeons might have come back, but there's a couple other animals I ain't seen in a while. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh God. On God.
We used to have a
have
lot
you noticed how every Popeyes is right next to a Planned Parenthood?
Nah, this crazy. Crazy. I think you just figured out another like a hood problem that we didn't realize.
Why that wing got fingers? All right, bro. Homfex, cut that out, bro. Odie, I'm not playing with you right now.
Popeyes a long time ago for me because of the fact that I don't remember if I got just normal chicken or if I did go get a chicken sandwich, but I got chicken and it tasted like goddamn popcorn shrimp. That's when they that for me. From then on, I've never really been able to eat it confidently or eat it normal. Yeah, it's the same oil. It's the same. Like, maybe they do have one side for this or one side for the other, but once, you know, say you're changing the oil or whatever the case may be, at some point they are going to mix. At some point they're going to come together, and that is, again, you do want to use two separate fryers. That's why they do have two sides. I'm assuming one side is for the chicken, one side's for the fish, for the sake of, you know, cross-contamination.
Somebody probably that up. Like, you blaming the corporation. It was probably just some highest back there. Like, you remember how you used to be high as Taco Bell people's food? Like, what if?
Nah, I never nobody food. I got everybody.
I was bro. Yeah. But nah, what is back there high?
You gotta empty out fryers. And you gotta clean. So of course, at some point, you know, one side is gonna be down, the other side's gonna be up. So you gotta keep dropping. So that probably was a scenario in which my sandwich was made, but like, it still don't change the fact that it was disgusting. Like, it tasted like dirty oil and it tasted like fish. Like, no amount of, like, it smelled like fish, bro. Like, I couldn't put sauce on it. I couldn't eat it normal. Like, you know, it was nasty. It was disgusting. I feel like I wasted my money type. Like, even with mashed potatoes and red beans and rice, like how I usually put on them, it still just tastes like. And I've had it a couple of times since then, and it wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have too bad of an experience. I probably only make complaints of the fact that these they don't give me my sauce, or like, you know.
Hey, they stingy with the honey, bro.
They stingy with the honey and that black and ranch. They don't be playing with that black and ranch.
Odin, get the on, bro. I already told you no. Get out. Before I have to put a whooping on you. No, I don't beat my dog. But it's some crazy dog, because Popeyes, but y'all know what y'all did to me, bro. Y'all know what y'all did to that blackened sandwich, bro.
Literally.
I'm not gonna forgive you for it. It's never gonna be cool. Never. Even if you bring it back, like, I'm never gonna be like, oh, thank goodness. Like, nah, should have never left.
Nah, it's gonna be one of those situations like with the McRib where I can't trust it because I'm like, is this meat on sale?
Damn. I never thought of the McRib like that. First off, every time I've eaten the McRib, I don't know what part of the rib I'm eating. So I had to stop. My mom the McRib
in my life,
dude,
bro.
my mom the McRib, and I was like, not only are you eating McDonald's, but you eating McDonald's pork. Like, we are not going to heaven for this.
And it's 100%.
This is not.
It's been agreed. Like, you know, it's been like, you know, confirmed that, like, at the same time that McDonald's has the McRib is the same time that certain parts of the animal and certain parts of the pig go on sale because they have a surplus of it and nobody's really buying it. So they sell it at a certain price, and that's why McRib. When
does the McRib go on sale? Like around fall?
Yeah.
Damn. So right after summer, right after everyone had the barbecue with the ribs and shit. Oh, nigga. Like, you know. Oh, making too much sense, bro. We gotta stop talking. They gonna come us up behind this one.
They gonna come get us.
They gonna come beat the out of us behind this one, bro. Crazy.
Nah, wow.
What a world we live in.
Literally what I was about to say, bro. Cause, like, you know, I'm not gonna hate. Like, I get it. I've seen glimpses, clips, and pieces. You know, for who used to watch How It's Made, like, his whole life. You know, like, I've seen the way they make gummy bears and the way that they make this and that, and, you know, all these different things. You know, even if it's the most organic way, they show you how they make, you know, sausages and all these, you know, crazy things that people said they've seen videos of on the internet, and it ruins it for them. That's just like the crazy, most terrible scenarios. You know what I'm saying? This part is probably definitely going to be like Patreon only, because I might make a lot of people mad with this one. That is the repercussions of, like, you know, the industrial complex and the fact that there is so many of us. The animals wouldn't be being treated like that and wouldn't be forced slaughtered in the way that they are being slaughtered if farming and all these other like ways of life weren't made so complicated and unprofitable. Because of that, all the small mom and pop situations were made less profitable, and it's not it's not a thing that's in the hands of normal people. It's a thing that's in the hands of corporation and factories and money. It's a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory situation. Willy Wonka was literally about a family company that made candy. It stopped being profitable. He found a way to bring the Oompa Loompas in, make money again, make good candy, and make, continue that mom and pop feel. Then big factories took over, big corporations like Charlie's grandpa worked at like, the dentist factory making toothpaste. And, you know what I'm saying? Like they were already talking about the idea of like certain factories and people being forced to work in factories, but also factories being like shut down for the sake of that they can run themselves, and that was all that time ago. So if that's kind of been a thing that's been going on, and it's been with candy and with normal things like cars, like Detroit is destroyed because of that whole situation. What do you think the food is? You know what I'm saying? Like we have avocados all year round. Like obviously there's gonna be it's not gonna be some good situations when it comes to these poor animals, and you're gonna see a sad video of a pig who's cross-eyed and he doesn't look good and he's literally eating slop and that pig never got to have a name, bruh. Nobody ever treated that little love and gave him a hug.
Oh God, that's number 702 right there. That nigga do not have a name. He don't got a name. He got a tag on his ear.
Mm-hmm. So of course that sausage and that bologna and like that and that McRib ain't finna taste good and make you feel good.
What made you go with sausage first?
Cause don't they turn pigs into sausages?
Mm.
And that's what people usually say that they don't like is the sausages because it's mystery meat. I'm starting to see that is sus, but like I just meant like that's the king of mystery meat is the sausage of like you don't know what's in the
sausage. I don't care what nobody say, bro. Like my family's from El Salvador, bro. The chorizo we got, dog. I don't give a what's in it. Keep making it. It's fire. I don't give a who that is. We keep making that.
Whoever uncle that is, bro.
Who nephew that is. Delicious, bro. Hell no, man. Don't get me wrong. I do think, farming and shit, that is sad as and, of course, that shouldn't be the order of nature, man. Like, but unfortunately, we don't live in natural times, bro. We should not know this many. I should not be able to talk to you right now, bro. Like,
literally,
I should not. This should not. I gotta go all the way to your home to talk to you. That's the natural way of things.
Yep.
Done made the internet and the internet, and bro. This is a world in itself, bro. And you be telling, hey, man, it's not the natural world. We lost the natural order of things. That's why I would tell people about COVID. COVID, it's terrible, miserable, horrible situation, but humanity gets that reset every so and so years where they gotta come and do a server wipe, reset the servers, reset the servers,
clear the cache.
Some of you too safe, some of you too safe. You know what I mean? And that's just what the world is, and we don't have that no more. Why? Because don't go outside no more. Don't go pick up a shovel and dig a hole no more. You know what do? You know what do? Make AI. Anyway, bro, before I start going down this rabbit hole.
No, this kind of also lines up with one of my topics, going with the whole like dark doom and gloom, like corporations taking.
Go ahead, bro. Let's do this.
There was a thing that I wanted to do personally for our content. This will take a side tangent. The extended version will be on Patreon. Shout out to everybody who's subscribed to Patreon. We really appreciate your $5 a month. Truly know that maybe sometimes that does go straight to my pocket or to the gasoline that Derek puts into his car. But know that we appreciate that very much. That helps us from not ourselves and crying ourselves to sleep every night. But anyways.
Oh, God.
Cold Ones did a video where they went to a bunch of different hotels and Airbnbs and made content out of sleeping in goofy, funny places. And I remember telling you a while ago, I started getting ads for the Cartoon Network Hotel. Now, it was a place and a thing that I wanted to go to for many reasons. When I was telling Oliver about it the other day, bro.
Oh, God.
I found out that it is gone. they shut it down and they are turning it into a different hotel. And if I'm not mistaken, by the end of last month, in March, they had finally already done the reopening and renovation of what they turned the Cartoon Network Hotel into.
Really miss my
Literally, bro.
That's up, bro. You know, that's another problem with the world, man. The kids ain't got nowhere to be kids and whimsical no more, man.
Mm-hmm.
What the gonna do? You remember how used to have them Nickelodeon boats and Disney used to have them cruises? That no more.
Forgot.
Don't go out and buy Danimals no more, chugging that just to hopefully be the winner of the cruise. Don't go do that. You know why? Because I can't afford Danimals no more.
I was not expecting that, but that's fine. They ain't afford damnables.
When's the last time you opened the fridge and the house they got kids? Ain't no yogurt in that. Can't afford yogurt no more. The
Open the fridge and there's just children in there.
What are you?
That's what it sounded like you said. You open the fridge and he got kids, and I'm like, whoa.
What houses are you going to, bro? Like you go to house, right? He's got kids, right? You open the fridge. It's no snacks. It's no Danimals. It's no Go-Gurt. It ain't no Yo Plate. Ain't in there. You know what they got in there? iPad. TikTok in
Honey
there,
packs. Don Julio.
Tum Sahur in there. They got Fruit AI Love Island. It's this is crazy.
No, it's facts though, because I remember I was telling Oliver about it. Like, kids now don't really watch cartoons or don't even really have an outlet for cartoons. They're either just watching.
What you gotta
Bluey
watch cartoons for? Everything's on Fortnite.
You go, yeah, exactly. Or even like anime now. You know, like this is another little side note tangent. But me and Frank had been talking about Invincible and the animation of Invincible.
Yes, Ben 10.
And I was talking about how, like, do you remember Ben 10 Alien Force? Not the original, but when he was a teen. Like, take that animation style.
Kevin was like multiple colors, right? Kevin was like multiple things at the time, like Metamorpho.
Yeah, he had the Challenger.
Yeah. I remember that. Hell yeah.
Take that animation style and then line that animation style up to like something like JJK or even like Soul Eater. Soul Eater was around the same time. Like the anime animation style has taken a toll on Western animation that I feel like because of that, Americans have been afraid to make cartoons because they either need to make them super over exaggerated Nick Disney style cartoons or they can't make, you know, Cartoon Network cartoons anymore, kind of like, you know, preteen cartoons, because you don't really see that anymore. You feel me?
I feel like I know where they're missing the mark, bro. They do see the anime world and they do go, damn, bro, them cartoons hitting. But that's where they're wrong, because cartoons are for kids, bro. This is like teen animation. For example, like you take the light, right? Like we'll say Demon Slayer, right? Something light, not too crazy. Demon Slayer. Though it gets dark, yeah, it's mostly any teenager can watch that because there's no actual blood. You know, they do what they can to hide it. You know, nothing too crazy. Nobody's getting sliced in half and you can see their guts spilling out. It's nothing nuts. But the problem is, America wants to make cartoons for children. And well, there's kids TV and there's teens TV, bro. Like, that's why JJK, because JJK make references to what teenagers like. Nobara was shopping and she's going to the Givenchy store and this teenagers know about. So, of course, it's two different markets. People are just not tapped in. And it's true, man. Like, kids don't have... American media is crazy, bro, because it's like you have a banger like Adventure Time and then you'll have some dumb silly like Clarence on the same network.
Bro, don't even get me started with that. But again,
so
that
it's
network
like
don't even exist anymore. Like, we have Nick and Disney, and even those two aren't even really pumping out like cartoons and like that anymore. We got Bluey and Cocomelon.
We got SpongeBob. Like that's all we got, and we barely got him left.
Does SpongeBob even make new episodes? That's what I'm saying.
It's barely that same, bro. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. It's man, because like I'm saying, the kids ain't got nowhere to be kids no more. We giving the kids tablets, we giving the kids iPad. We get like, I remember being a little dumb idiot kid. Like I was so whimsical as a child, bro. I used to like play outside with my neighbors, and we'd all be Transformers, and we all would give each other names. And only trans these kids know nowadays, bro.
Yeah.
Only what trans kids know nowadays, bro. And I'm not even saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying like there's some things as a kid that was never a thought to me that is definitely a reoccurring thought now. I'm not saying nothing about nobody. I'm just saying it's just the times are different.
Because I can't be too mad about iPad kids because I was a Game Boy kid, I was a DS kid, but now put two and two together, that's not just iPad. You're not like, it matters what you're doing on the iPad or what you're giving them on the iPad. Like my little sister probably was raised on TV more than me and my little brother. I was raised on TV, and I feel like it had a bad repercussion. My little brother was raised on, I feel like, video games more than TV, but more, he did also have like that, like, YouTube early era. My little sister watched YouTube more than all of us. Doesn't really matter. Point is,
right,
like, because of the fact that you're either given free ranged or a dialed focus, you feel me? Like when my little sister was watching TV, she was watching like, it wasn't like Coco Melon or Miss Rachel, but it definitely was like, teaching you how to say certain words, teaching you how to talk, like Sesame Street style. You feel me? And like, right, I remember watching a lot of Sesame Street. Yeah, like education. And you'd be surprised that not only does it truly interest the young mind, but it does like stick on them a lot more. You feel me? Like I remember when Esme and Nene were babies, like both of my nieces. Whenever I talk to them, they can't understand full sentences, but if you do like, teaching them like the sounds like put t and doing that, like seeing that like sparkle in their eyes of like confusion of like, whoa, he's not speaking full words like everybody else, but like what his mouth is doing is weird. And then after like you doing the B sound or the P sound for a while, then you start to see like they start to mimic your lip movement of like doing the B or the P. Like that's what they need. Not Cocomelon, not Love Island, not all these other weird things. Cocomelon and Miss Rachel might not be bad, but like, younger kids need that. And then that middle phase, they do need normal cartoons, not Mr. Beast and goddamn Squid Games. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about, bro. We leaving these kids up to the mercy of whatever they could find on the internet to stop bothering us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not me because I don't have kids, but I'm just saying I've seen this with my own two eyes. We are leaving the children to the mercy of whatever YouTuber they find that'll get them to shut the up and stop bothering me. That is like foul because if
it's a video game, you're trapped in the game. There is no weird thing that could happen.
It's a set thing, right? And while I was a kid, though, I was playing video games and I was doing all that, but a time limit. All right, turn it off. All right, turn it off. All right, come on, we gotta go. Turn it off. Now there is no turn it off because when the kid wake up, you reach for the iPad. When he in the shower, you set the iPad up so little shower, watch the iPad. He come out the shower, you get him dressed, give him the iPad. Eating food, little eat with the iPad. Right? Mm-hmm. It's bedtime. Okay, tuck him in with the iPad. When the little put the iPad down.
I'm gonna go away.
When you gonna teach the little wipe his ass with the iPad in his hands? How the are we gonna do this?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just some like it goes back to why I don't have kids. My kid not gonna be one of you little dumbass out here talking about some. Yeah, I watch AI Love Island, fruit edition on TikTok. I will dunk your head in the toilet and give you a swirly. You gonna grow up the way I grew up. You gonna have to give me 20 push-ups every morning, like that. It's just I don't know, man. It's just the times are different. And it's scary, man, because it's how you gonna prepare the kid? Like, how do I prepare you for the world when they are handing you the world in a tablet and you can find something that'll easily fry your brain and you'll never be the same?
not only fry your brain, but also give you a misconstrued idea of what the world is. Because, like,
For sure.
it's a slippery slope. You need a right amount to understand what true reality is, and you also don't need too much, because then again, like you said, it could fry your brain. And like like it kind of goes with what you were saying of them constantly having the iPad. Like, what I realized was the worst part of my binge addiction when I finished watching One Piece. Now what do? I was watching One Piece at all times of the day. When I woke up, when I brushed my teeth, when I took a shower, when I ate, when I drove, when I sat there and did nothing, when I was walking through the store. Now there's full moments of my day where I need to find a way to fill in my time, where before I didn't even really need to fill that time in at all. It was the task at hand was enough, or even the silence was, like encouraged. Now it's not to say that I need the silence or don't like the silence. I still enjoy it, you feel me? But let me put a podcast on. Oh, let me whatever. Oh, I need to watch this. Or
I mean, I've seen you do it. We'll be out there.
Like,
you and me will be out there working on cars, and you'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna leave this podcast on." I'd be like, "That is inside the car, not like we can hear it out here." What are you doing that for?
Hey, I can kind of hear it.
See, and it's like, man, you got to be able to put that down, bro. I have that problem with like reading physical material. I still have that stack of comic books you gave me. I started the first
Exquisite Corpses.
Exquisite Corpses. There you go. I started the first one. I got like halfway, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on my phone?" Like,
and cooked.
I'm such a like strict ass person when it comes to my own discipline. Where like that happens, I just be like, "What's wrong with you?" I feel like Patrick after he ate all that ice cream and he's like drunk and fat and laying there. Like, that's how I feel when I'm like, "Damn, bro, like what the happened to me, bro?" I used to be able to read a book in a week, and like a big book, not like a little book. And it's like now I feel like my attention span don't work no more, and that's just the world we're in, bro. Like, yeah, I want to scroll on TikTok and watch cologne reviews, and I want to find Tekken combos, and I want to, yeah, of course, duh, it's easy. That's the whole thing. It's easy.
I feel like too, because of that, it's also made us very like like not even addict mentality, more like addict reactions, where it's like we can still read, but now it's almost in bursts, and now you do like a bunch of it at once, and then you kind of just don't do it for a while,
Yeah.
Or like even with the TV show scenario, like I hear a lot of people barely watch stuff or don't really watch stuff anymore, but then they get into their phases, then they'll start watching hella. They're catching up on a bunch of different things, and they're binging and going crazy, and then boom, I haven't really watched stuff in a while. I haven't whatever. Like, even that's how I feel about music. Again, like, I have so many different connections to music, and the music became a thing of like truly feeling like an escapism and freedom, and it got connected to me being in the car and driving. And now, like, I also need 2 headphones, so I didn't have 2 headphones for a while. I only had one. Like, I need the right conditions to listen to music. Before, it didn't matter. I could listen to music however, whenever, whatever. Like, now it's almost like I gotta go to a museum to enjoy music, like I care about it so much, or I hold it to such a high esteem where I'm like, nah, bro, like it's almost like watching a movie. I want to sit down and focus on this thing, or like play a game where I'm basically just like farming, what I'm saying, I'm getting souls, or trying to pick up in Animal Crossing. Like, I'm not thinking of it. I'm kind of just doing like nonsensical meditation work with my hands, ADHD fidget spinner, and I get to focus on this album, focus on this music. You feel me? Like, with shows and certain movies, like I feel like a lot of people have that pressure, and because of that, it keeps them from wanting to binge or really jump in or make it more of a phase thing, because they're like, well, I don't have the time. But they'll sit there and spend 2 hours watching a bunch of 1-minute clips. You know what I'm saying? I got off on a tangent there, but
no, you good. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's just the way the world is set up nowadays. It's so hard to enjoy anything. Like, I feel like and we went down the sci-fi route, and we like made the wrong turn, and instead of like utopia, we're going to dystopia. Like, it just is bad. While I'm here though,
ooh, go for it.
My bad. We gonna get into a topic though. since we're talking about dystopia. Did y'all see DoorDash Grandma? You know about DoorDash Grandma?
I've heard on pods, jokes here and there about grandmas doing DoorDash and grandmas DoorDashing and DoorDashing a certain person, but that's about it.
Yeah, somebody at the White House ordered DoorDash, and lo and behold, the person delivering it was some little old lady.
Yep.
And if that don't tell you more about the condition of the times, man, DoorDash Grandma. It's not what you think. You can't DoorDash somebody's grandma like to your door, but it's grandma's dropping off DoorDash. That's sad. I don't want to be DoorDash grandpa, bro. I don't want to be Uber Eats granddad. I really don't, bro.
And like what I heard one person bring up that I thought was like hilarious was the fact that like, obviously this is the extreme and obviously this is the meme, but they're like, well, this is what you want. You wanted all the immigrants gone. You wanted to get rid of all the little Indian guys. Like now you have DoorDash grandma. Like, you said we needed our jobs back. Our complaint was that, our people weren't making money and they couldn't get paid. DoorDash grandma. Instead of us being mad that grandma has to work, or instead of us having a problem that grandma shouldn't, have money from her retirement or shouldn't have money from all the taxes she's been paying in the government that she's been sustaining her entire life, instead, we should be happy that grandma is able to DoorDash the president. And and he also tried to do that whole little well, I'm helping her, whatever, because she needs the money for this thing. And it's like, bro, why is that even a scenario for you to even try to honeypot us? Like, that shouldn't even be a thing that you should hype up.
Exactly. And for example, what's wrong with DoorDash Baljeet? How DoorDash Baljeet? Why are we getting rid of DoorDash Baljeet? DoorDash grandma gonna my order and she not gonna go back and correct it because she's scared. DoorDash Baljeet don't give a that gonna make sure my food right. He might get lost on the address, but he gonna make sure my food right.
We might not be able to communicate that well or whatever, but
oh god,
bro, I remember I had a problem with my Walmart order and I didn't fully get what he meant because I knew how the scenario worked. Long story short, you can't add a new item, and even when the item is to be substituted with, if the item isn't recommended, it can't be substituted. So he kept saying add it to the order. Then I said, to add it to the order, you got to cancel it. And he's like, yeah, I know. Hurry up and do it. I'm right here. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Well, the moment that I canceled it and made the new order, the next order got picked up instantly, obviously by a different name and a different person, but the order got picked up instantly and the order got brought to me within the next 5 to 10 minutes. That man was most likely there with another family member, another cousin, or knew someone else and was like, bro, go for it. I'm gonna have the order right here. They gonna have it ready for you type moment that you throw that up. I might lose, my tip or whatever that I wasn't finna get because I wasn't finna tip his ass anyways. Pause. But he's still gonna get the money. You feel me? He still gets paid because he did the work, but he also gets, his family member, or his cousin, or even maybe him in the end still paid because he still got to drop off that order. You feel me?
No, yeah, I get you.
They got it locked down to a science. I'd love to do that job. I'd love to be a part of that. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be as good as how they got it. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah, but on DoorDash grandma. You want DoorDash grandma? You go, oh, here, dearie, I'm sorry I'm late, dearie. Oh,
dropping it off at the neighbor house. And
dropping it off at the neighbor house. You can't see. You can't drive. It's you over here putting people's lives in danger to drop off my meal. The Indian dude, he might, drive a little janky, but he do it safely. Versus grandma don't give a who in the other lane. I turn right here. I'm grandma. It's just man. I don't know.
Since this road was still dirt.
Literally, I've been driving before this road was here. This used to be dirt. Exactly. It's just crazy, man. I don't want to live in the future where I'm DoorDash unc. Nah. I don't want to live in the future where we got DoorDash nephew. I don't want to do this. Wrong as
that connects to one of my movie recs that I was gonna give you. I don't know if you heard of Good Fortune with reminisce, Seth Rogen, and Keanu Reeves.
That sounds familiar.
I think it is reminisce, but Yeah, in that movie, Azizi is a like DoorDasher basically, and Seth Rogen is the rich dude, and Keanu Reeves is an angel, and Seth Rogen and Azizi swap places in the movie, and he goes from being the rich tech bro to being a DoorDash dude. And
Oh, this is a comedy.
Like,
I feel like I've seen this.
It shows those two perspectives in that whole situation, and like it really shows that of like because he's doing it like Seth Rogen is living that life, and he's like, wait, I have to do this forever? And then they're like, yeah, and then he's like, nah, bro, there's got to be a way, and like he's using tech bro brain, and he's like, all right, bro, go for it. And then he has a moment with Keanu Reeves, like they're sitting there sleeping in the car, and then he's like, Gabriel, this is our life forever, bro. He's like, there's no way that we can make enough money off of doing this job to even save money, let alone have enough money to sustain what we're doing now, to be able to feed ourselves, to be able to pay all of our bills, to have a place to stay. He's like, how is anybody ever supposed to like live or survive in this type of world, like and then it obviously goes into the whole thing that he's a nepo baby in the movie or whatever, and he didn't like expect that or wasn't really aware of it, but it even is an eye-opener to older folks who aren't aware of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are old folks who are put in a bad situation and are aware that money is tight. But there's some old folks, who've had their crib for a long time, or who have had cars or whatever it may be, and they're not aware of, like, really the deficit of money. You know what I'm saying? And really the problem of what's going on out here type.
Crazy, bro. The world is some. I can't even get into explaining it.
DoorDash grandma shouldn't exist, Your Honor. She the reason that they have to have a sign on the back door that says the Oval Office. Every door is the Oval Office. You don't know how to through the door and get to the main Oval Office, that they got a secret entrance through the back for DoorDash grandma.
Hey, look, if you got life alert on your neck, I don't want you DoorDashing. If to help you because you falling and you can't get up, you don't need to be DoorDashing grandma. Like, and this is where this is on grandson right here. Me personally, my grandma told me she DoorDashing. I gotta get on my hustle because ain't no way, boy, ain't no way. What the you mean my grandma DoorDashing? But that's all part of the same problem because I gotta work harder because the system is my grandma can't just chill at the crib. It's all part of the same problem. I've been trying to tell y'all, bro. They putting something in the water. They putting something. Takis don't taste the same, bro. I ain't stupid. They over here doing different. It's why I'm saying, man, the capitalism whole game up, man, because we should be able to retire. Angry Walmart grandma don't got to be angry Walmart grandma. She could be happy grandma at the house making sopa.
Mm-hmm.
It's
the best life.
Oh, God. Man, I don't DoorDash grandma. I'm sorry. You gotta be DoorDashing right now if it was up to me. If you was my grandma personally, you'd be at the house chilling. You would not be DoorDash. We gonna try it. Like we gonna, you know what, DoorDash grandma, I'm gonna get your number. I'm gonna text you. Try and get DoorDash grandma start sending her text messages of encouragement, like keep your head held high, grandma. These Patreon $5 gonna go to your GoFundMe for retirement.
Not for real.
Y'all, so if y'all got that Patreon, man, every time you send in $5, just know we over here thinking about DoorDash grandma. We over here thinking about DoorDash grandma. If sometimes me and Homfex are DoorDash grandma, and that's cool. You gonna be helping us out crazy. You know what I mean? But if we can and times are looking good, man, we gonna break DoorDash grandma off with a piece. Cool, you got my word.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh God, cool little $3. That's grandma right there.
That's all her.
That's all Graham right there, boy. What else you got? How long is this recording?
It's looking good. I'm also keeping in mind there's certain things that we might have to, keep for not YouTube.
Right.
So I'm trying to keep that in mind of certain combos and how they go and how rowdy we get with certain things. There is one thing that I feel like could be our, little closing topic, probably a little tangent we could go on that should be able to fill up enough time. I think it officially happened for the first time, Your Honor. I wrote a pod topic so obscure, I don't know what the means. Yeah, bro, I don't know what it is. I just put John Wick, and I'm like, yeah, when I get there, I'm finna remember. Yeah, I do not remember at all. It could be so many things with John Wick, Your Honor. Like,
I'm sitting here like,
it could be the dog. It could be, his like the effect on movies. It could be like the reality of the situation and scenarios. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that I was probably trying to think of with John Wick, and I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue as I'm thinking about it. But like, damn, I don't remember, bruh. Cause, damn, I kind of remember slightly the joke. It was like, oh, you were about to go fully John Wick in that scenario or in that situation or something like that. Or like, oh, damn, was that really a situation you had to go John Wick for or something like that? I think it was like in that ball house. It was either what they were talking about or the fact that they had used John Wick in that scenario. I don't remember what it was like fully.
A ball
it
house.
Could be so many like, different reasons why I wrote down John Wick, bruh, and I just cannot remember what the was, bruh.
Oh,
that's hilarious. I'm gonna keep it because maybe I'll remember, but
you might. No, keep that there.
Know. So now I don't even know if I want to go down the John Wick tangent because it's like, what if I remember the actual thing? Now everybody gonna think we just the John Wick fan club or hater club. You know what I'm saying?
John Wick. John Wick to a degree. Like, the first three. I never watched the fourth just because, like, you telling me that came back to life. Okay.
I'm dead.
But, it's just. It's sheer.
Oh, I think I figured it out.
Oh, brain blast. What's the deal?
Is John Wick the new Chuck Norris? Because back in the day, we thought Chuck Norris could do anything because of all the movies and the TV shows and all the phrases. Real. Now John Wick is that because the moment you said it, I'm like, he died and came back. The only thing Chuck Norris didn't do. Holy John Wick, Chuck Norris. I'm like, bro, this was triggered by saying that.
Hey, it's crazy. I think Chuck Norris just died, didn't he? Like a month ago?
Like it's pretty. That's like
crazy.
Recently, bro. Pretty like I was gonna say pretty soon. Soon is future. Yeah, recently, bro.
What are you wishing on? Already gone. Wishing evil upon a gone. Yeah, no, man. That's some. Here's the thing, though. Like, I feel like the Chuck Norris jokes and all that. I only know them because of the internet. Like, I couldn't tell you who
people older than us. You feel me?
Yeah, like I didn't know who Chuck Norris was for a cool minute till I googled that. Like, who the is this? People knew who Chuck Norris was because he was beat Bruce Lee. I watched, like, I didn't know who the Chuck Norris was, and I was over here talking about, that Chuck Norris could make bullets bounce off his chest. I had no clue who the was though. John Wick is like. If I could say, like shadow Chuck Norris, that like noob Cybot of Chuck Norris, bro. Nega Norris, bro. Like, it's because John Wick, like, Chuck Norris does. He's just tough. John Wick, dude, he just cool. Like that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Like, all right, dude. That has like maybe 8 words per movie, bro.
Literally.
That is cool as yeah. I'm Keanu Reeves. Yeah. I think so. Like that just I don't know, man.
How do you compare those two lores? Like Chuck Norris was the they were like, yeah, if Chuck Norris does a push up, it's really him pushing the earth down. Like
Yeah.
You
like
have
that.
John Wick, it's like, yeah, if you gave this man a pencil, he'd be able to 100 men. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you compare those two people?
Yeah, it's not really the same. Like Chuck Norris just like OP, like that, like Superman versus John Wick, kind of like
Batman, I guess.
Not really though. Like that kind of like. No, yeah, I guess.
Maybe
That
Knight, 'cause
Bizarro.
guess,
I don't
like,
know.
Moon Knight
Yeah,
kinda
I don't
got,
know.
like,
It's hard.
brutal.
It's hard, man. Like I just know I John Wick. I Keanu Reeves, man. Yeah, no. I don't see John Wick and Chuck Norris the same. Like Chuck Norris, I like. Who could I compare Chuck Norris to today, bruh? Like, you know who? This was gonna throw y'all for a loop. I Show Speed, the streamer.
I was about to say Tekashi 6ix9ine.
What the? I Show Speed because that is good at everything.
Yeah, he
That always doing some like racing.
I don't know. He
Olympic
be getting
runners?
a little too wild sometimes. I don't know if you saw a clip of one of his, but they were in like Africa and they had like 3 different. Had a big fat dude, a super skinny dude, and then a little tiny dude. And then he was all like, or no, a big fat dude, a super ripped dude, and a super skinny dude. And he was all like feeling on the super strong dude's pecs and like they were titties. And then having like the fat guy, like, you know, he was like motorboating the fat dude, and then he did a backflip.
Okay,
I'm like,
okay. How do you know? How do you know Chuck Norris didn't do the same?
Chuck Norris motorboating a fat man and then doing a backflip? That
How you know
doesn't
he
sound
didn't?
like that doesn't sound like his lore rollout.
Why not? How do you know? Were you there?
Were you there? Did you see it?
Chuck Norris's estate is gonna send us a strong email.
Nah, for real, bro.
What the y'all talking about?
Hey, shout out to y'all. Thank you for paying that $5 for that Patreon.
Oh God, this was a Patreon moment. We could not have had this conversation without Patreon. Thank you, Patreon. Thank you, people. Subscribe to the Patreon. Shout out DoorDash Grandma.
100%.
What's the deal? You want to shut it down right here?
Yeah, no, it's perfect. This is
All right, y'all.
perfectly sized. Pause.
Thank you for joining us on episode 4 of the What You Mean podcast, coming to you from the concrete of California, hopefully reaching to the thick of the jungle. You're with your host, Homfex, the handy dandy fig finder, fig fixer with the big picture, and myself, Scarph4ce, aka Papa Dolphin, the Giggle Whisperer, and we just want to wish y'all a great week, a successful day. Remember, you don't want to be DoorDash grandma. We don't want no more DoorDash grandmas.
Not at all.
And just look both ways when you're crossing the street, because DoorDash grandma is coming up the road.
Literally.
And that's how we'll end it. Thank you guys for joining us, and we appreciate you very much and all your company. Give it up for yourselves one time.
Yes, sir. It really is like what episode like 8 or 9, but you know, that's besides the point.